I was able to ride a bike for 6 hours this past summer and go on a bike trip with my husband. I was never able to do that before. And not only with my activities and my rock climbing, but it's also really helped me in my intimate relationship because it's made me feel more confident about my body. Hi, my name is Amanda, and I'm a patient of Dr. Ibrahim. I have wanted plastic surgery since I was a teenager. I was always very big, large-chested, and as I started to age, my chest started to sag really significantly, and as I got older, I just knew that it was something I was going to have to do eventually, and I was having a lot of discomfort and pain. I had seen a lot of doctors about the pain that I was feeling in my upper back, and eventually I just knew that this was a step that I was going to need to take. I have known Dr. Ibrahim for 10 years. Whenever I first met him, he was an intern at the hospital that I worked at. We had started talking. He had told me that he was interested in plastics, and I told him that he was going to do my surgery one day. I just wanted to wait until after he had practiced for a few years, and I actually had reached out to him and was like, I think it's time. Due to the size of my chest and how saggy my breasts had become, it was really painful to do any exercises where I needed to run. It was also impacting whenever I was rock climbing because you have to be really close to the wall if you're doing indoor, or really close to the rock if you're doing outdoor. And the size of my chest was actually preventing me from getting close enough to the wall in order to do some of the moves that I wanted to do. So felt like it was really holding me back and where I wanted to be physically. So I had the breast lift and the labiaplasty done at the same time. I think that's the best option, to have them done at the same time. The recovery was very minimal, the pain was very minimal, and I was able to go back to work in 2 weeks without having any issues. A lot of my friends are interested in these surgeries that I've had, and that's like their biggest worry, is that their recovery is going to be awful. I was back to work in 2 weeks, and I'm an emergency department nurse, so I lift a lot of patients all day, and I was able to go back 2 weeks at full capacity. I would say that it was very mild discomfort. I feel amazing. I brag about the surgeries that I've had to everybody that I can, even people that I just meet whenever I'm at work and a girl mentions about how her back hurts because her chest is large, or how they're insecure with intimacy with their relationship because of how their labia is structured down there. Like I'm always telling them that they have options, and this is like a really good option for them to do. So I recently got married, and because of having the breast lift, I was able to wear a dress that was a little more risque, a little more low cut than I was able to wear before. I was able to dance and run towards my husband in the pictures and the videos because I didn't have to worry about my chest was going to fall out or I was going to have a nip slip. Everything was staying in place. I would tell someone who's considering to have a labiaplasty or a breast lift to do it. The biggest regret that I have is not doing it sooner, because it really has improved the quality of my life.